The storm hit like a vengeful god, waves crashing over the deck of the yacht as if the ocean itself had declared war on us. I clung to the railing, my knuckles white, saltwater stinging my eyes, and in that moment of pure terror, I heard her voice, my boss, Elena, whisper something that shattered my world. "Alex, if we don't make it, promise me you'll take care of my secret." But wait, that's jumping ahead. Let's rewind to how a simple corporate retreat turned into a nightmare that changed everything. If you're hooked already, smash that like button and subscribe for more heart-pounding stories that remind us life's greatest adventures often come from the unexpected. Hit the bell so you never miss an upload. Trust me, you won't want to. It all started on a crisp Friday morning in Miami. I, Alex Thompson, was a 35-year-old single dad juggling a demanding job at Apex Marketing with raising my 8-year-old daughter, Lily. Life hadn't been kind lately. My wife, Sarah, passed away 3 years ago from a sudden illness, leaving me to navigate fatherhood alone. I buried myself in work to keep the bills paid and the grief at bay, but it meant long hours away from Lily, who stayed with my sister most weekends. My boss, Elena Vargas, was the epitome of corporate ice, sharp, ambitious, and unapproachable. At 38, she ran our department with an iron fist, her designer suits and impeccable bob haircut screaming, success at any cost. Rumors swirled that she was divorced, childless, and lived for the job. We weren't friends, I was just another cog in her machine. That day, Elena had organized a team-building yacht excursion for our top performers and a potential client. It was meant to seal a multi-million-dollar deal with Oceanic Ventures, a company specializing in ecotourism. I was reluctant. Lily had a school play that weekend, but Elena insisted. "Thompson, this could be your big break," she'd said in her clipped tone. "Don't let personal matters interfere." So, I boarded the luxurious 60-foot yacht, Sea Breeze, with a dozen colleagues, the client reps, and Elena at the helm, metaphorically speaking. The captain, a grizzled veteran named Captain Hale, assured us the weather was clear. We set sail into the turquoise waters of the Atlantic, toasting with champagne as the Miami skyline faded behind us. The first few hours were idyllic. We networked on the sun deck, discussed strategies over fresh seafood, and even shared a few laughs. Elena was in her element, charming the clients with her encyclopedic knowledge of market trends. I kept to myself mostly, checking my phone for messages from Lily. "Dad, break a leg at your boat thing," she'd texted with a heart emoji. It warmed me, but also twisted the knife of guilt. As evening approached, dark clouds gathered on the horizon. Captain Hale monitored the radar, but the storm snuck up faster than expected, a rogue squall line from a distant hurricane. "Batten down," he shouted as winds howled and rain lashed the deck. Panic erupted. Waves swelled to 20 feet, tossing the yacht like a toy. The engine sputtered, overwhelmed by debris in the water. Then, a massive rogue wave slammed us broadside, shattering windows and flooding the lower decks. I grabbed a life jacket, helping a colleague strap in, when I saw Elena slip on the slick floor. Without thinking, I lunged, pulling her to safety just as another wave hit. "Thanks," she muttered, her usual poise cracked for a split second. But the chaos escalated, the yacht's radio crackled with a mayday call before going silent, power flickering out. In the frenzy, the lifeboats deployed haphazardly. Most of the crew and passengers scrambled into them, but Elena and I were separated in the melee. We ended up clinging to a piece of debris, a detached section of the deck, as the yacht listed dangerously. "Jump!" I yelled over the roar. We leaped into the churning sea, the cold water shocking my system like 1,000 needles. I swam toward what looked like an inflatable raft that had broken free, Elena right behind me. Miraculously, we hauled ourselves aboard, gasping and shivering. The storm raged on, but as dawn broke, the winds died down, leaving us adrift in a vast, empty ocean. The yacht was gone, sunk or drifted away, and so were the others. We were alone, miles from shore, with only the raft's emergency kit, a few flares, water packets, energy bars, a first aid box, and a solar-powered beacon that we activated immediately. Exhaustion set in as the sun climbed high. I rationed our supplies, my mind racing to Lily. She needs me, I whispered to myself, fighting back tears. Elena, usually so composed, looked vulnerable for the first time, her makeup smeared, hair matted. "We'll be found," she said firmly, but her voice wavered. We talked little at first, conserving energy. But as hours turned to days, isolation forced conversation. On the first night, under a starlit sky, Elena opened up. "I never wanted this life, you know," she confessed. "Climbing the ladder, sacrificing everything. My ex-husband left because I prioritized work over starting a family. Now, at 38, I wonder if it's too late." I was stunned. This powerhouse of a woman, admitting regret? It humanized her. I shared about Sarah, how her death left me broken, how Lily was my anchor but also my greatest fear. "Every day, I worry I'm failing her," I said. "Like today, missing her play for this." Elena listened, her eyes softening. "You're a good dad, Alex. I've seen how you juggle it all. Most men in your position would have quit." Her words hit hard, cracking the wall I'd built around my heart. Challenges mounted. By day 2, dehydration gnawed at us despite rationing water. We caught rainwater in a tarp during a brief shower, but it wasn't enough. Sharks circled the raft, their fins slicing the surface like ominous shadows. One bumped us hard, nearly capsizing the flimsy vessel. I used an oar to fend it off, my arms burning with effort. Elena bandaged a gash on my hand from the struggle, her touch gentle. "We have to stay strong," she urged. Emotionally, it was tougher. Hallucinations crept in from fatigue, I swore I heard Lily calling my name. Elena broke down one afternoon, sobbing about her lonely childhood, raised by absent parents who valued success over love. "I became them," she admitted. "Pushing people away." Our bond deepened through these trials. We shared stories, her dreams of traveling the world unburdened by deadlines, my memories of family vacations with Sarah. Laughter emerged amid despair, like when we tried fishing with a makeshift line and caught nothing but seaweed. "Five-star dining," I joked, and she actually smiled, a real, warm one. By day 3, hope waned. The beacon's battery was low, flares expended. We spotted a distant ship but it passed without noticing. Despair clawed at me. "What if we don't make it?" I voiced aloud. That's when, at midnight on the 4th night, with the moon casting a silvery glow on the calm sea, Elena turned to me. Her face was pale, eyes glistening. "Alex, if we don't get rescued, I have a request." My heart pounded. What could it be? Money for Lily? A message to her family? "Promise me," she continued, her voice barely above a whisper, "that you'll live fully. Not just survive for your daughter, but find love again. And, take me with you, in a way." I blinked, confused. "What do you mean?" She took a deep breath. "I've watched you, Alex. You're kind, resilient. Everything I'm not. These days stranded, they've shown me what's missing. I don't want to die regretting never saying this, I think I'm falling for you. If we survive, let's start over, together. Help me learn to be vulnerable, to build a life beyond the office. Be my family." Her words floored me. My boss, the Ice Queen, confessing feelings? But in that vulnerable moment, it made sense. The sea had stripped us bare, revealing souls beneath the facades. Tears streamed down my face. "Elena, I feel it too. The connection. But Lily." She nodded. "I'd love to meet her. Be there for both of you." That confession ignited a spark of hope. We held each other through the night, sharing warmth and dreams. The next morning, a miracle, a Coast Guard helicopter thundered overhead, spotting our beacon. Ropes dropped, and we were hoisted to safety, dehydrated but alive. The others had been rescued earlier, the yacht had partially sunk, but all survived. Back on land, life transformed. Elena resigned from her high-pressure role, starting a consulting firm with better balance. I got a promotion but negotiated flexible hours. We dated slowly, introducing Lily gradually. She adored Elena, who became the mother figure she'd missed, baking cookies, attending school events. Challenges lingered, blending lives wasn't easy. Elena struggled with vulnerability, snapping into boss mode during arguments. I battled trust issues from losing Sarah. But we resolved them through open talks, therapy, and patience. 1 year later, on a calm beach at sunset, I proposed. "Stranded or not, you're my anchor," I said. She accepted with tears. Today, we're a family, Lily thriving, our home filled with laughter. The ordeal taught us that true strength lies in connection, not isolation. Vulnerability isn't weakness, it's the bridge to deeper love. So, if you're facing storms in your life, remember, sometimes, getting lost leads you home. If this story touched you, like and subscribe for more tales of resilience and heart. What's your biggest life storm? Share in the comments below, we're all in this sea together. But our story didn't end there. Let me take you deeper into the days at sea, the moments that forged our unbreakable bond. On the second day, as the sun beat down mercilessly, my skin blistering under the relentless rays, I found myself rationing the last sips of water. Elena's lips were cracked, her eyes sunken, but she refused to take more than her share. "Save it for you," she insisted. "Lily needs her dad." That selflessness cracked something in me. I'd always seen her as ruthless, firing underperformers without a second thought, demanding overtime like it was oxygen. But here, adrift, she was human. Fragile. "Why do you care?" I asked, my voice hoarse. She looked away, toward the endless horizon. "Because I've been where you are, Alex. Alone. My parents divorced when I was 10. Dad vanished, Mom worked 3 jobs. I learned early, depend on no one. But watching you, you fight for your daughter every day. It's inspiring." Her admission hung in the air like mist. I shared more about Sarah, the way cancer stole her vibrancy in months, leaving me holding Lily's tiny hand at the funeral. "I promised Sarah I'd give Lily the world," I said. "But some days, I can barely give her my time." Elena reached out, her hand on mine. "You're giving her love. That's the world." As night fell, we huddled for warmth, the raft rocking gently. Stars blanketed the sky, a cruel beauty amid our plight. We talked dreams, mine of taking Lily to Disney, Elena's of writing a book on work-life balance, ironic given her past. Laughter bubbled up when I recounted Lily's antics, like the time she cooked mud pies for dinner. Elena's eyes lit up. "I always wanted kids. But career first, right? Now, regrets." Her vulnerability drew me in, a pull stronger than the tides. Day 3 brought the real test. A pod of dolphins swam by, their playful leaps a brief joy, but then the sharks returned. One, massive and gray, rammed the raft repeatedly. "Hold on!" I shouted, jabbing with the oar. Elena grabbed a flare gun, firing it skyward in desperation, the red streak arcing uselessly. The shark backed off, but my arm throbbed from a deep cut. She tore her shirt for a bandage, wrapping it tenderly. "You're brave," she whispered. In that pain, I saw her strength, not corporate, but raw survival. Emotional waves crashed too. I broke down, sobbing for Lily. What if she thinks I abandoned her? Elena held me, rocking like a mother. "She knows you love her. We'll get back." Her comfort was a lifeline. That night, under the moon, she shared her divorce, her ex cheating because she was married to work. I pushed him away, she admitted. Like I push everyone. I confessed my fear of loving again, the guilt of moving on from Sarah. It's okay to heal, she said. Our talks peeled layers, revealing souls scarred but seeking light. By day 4, delirium set in. I hallucinated Sarah's voice, accusing me of failure. Elena grounded me, singing old lullabies from her childhood. Her voice, soft and melodic, soothed the storm in my mind. Then came the midnight request, as I mentioned earlier. Her confession wasn't just words, it was a leap into the unknown. I've hidden behind walls, she said. But with you, they crumble. I felt the same, a spark igniting in the darkness. We kissed tentatively, saltwater on our lips, a promise amid peril. Rescue came at dawn. The chopper's roar was music. Medics whisked us to hospital, where Lily rushed into my arms, tears streaming. Daddy! Elena watched, smiling through her 4. Recovery was slow, physical therapy for my injuries, counseling for trauma. But we emerged stronger. Elena met Lily over ice cream, bonding instantly. You're pretty, Lily said. Like a princess. Elena blushed. And you're brave, like your dad. Challenges post-rescue. Elena's old habits resurfaced during our first fight. I wanted family time, she scheduled late meetings. I'm trying, she pleaded. We resolved with compromise, date nights, therapy sessions. I faced jealousy from colleagues, whispers of favoritism. But we proved them wrong, our love genuine. Lily's acceptance sealed it, she drew pictures of our new family. 2 years on, we're married, a blended unit. Elena adopted Lily legally, and we're expecting our own child. The sea taught us, life's storms reveal truths. Embrace vulnerability, cherish connections. It's inspiring, proof that from despair blooms hope. If this resonates, like, subscribe, and comment your survival story. Let's inspire each other. Yet, to truly capture the essence, let's delve even further. Recall the first storm's fury, lightning splitting the sky, thunder booming like cannon fire. I shielded Elena as debris flew, our bodies pressed against the raft's edge. Don't let go, she yelled. In those moments, fear forged trust. Post-storm, silence was deafening, only waves lapping, our breath sinking. Food scarcity hit hard. Energy bars tasted like cardboard, but we savored each bite. Elena joked about her gourmet lunches back home. This is dieting extreme. Humor kept sanity intact. We played games, guessing constellations, sharing what-if scenarios. What if we start a business together? I mused. Survival retreats. She laughed. I'd fund it. Deeper emotions surfaced on day 3's eve. Elena confessed infertility fears from stress. That's why no kids. My heart ached. You're enough, I assured. She cried, releasing years of pent-up pain. I shared Sarah's last words, find happiness again. It felt like permission. The midnight request's aftermath, we planned futures, vacations, holidays. Dawn brought rescue, but the real salvation was internal. Hospital reunion with Lily was pure joy. Who's she? Lily asked. A friend, I said. Soon, more. Integration had hurdles. Elena's family disapproved initially, too fast. We proved commitment. My sister helped babysit during dates. Small resolutions built big change. Now, our life inspires others. Elena speaks at conferences on balance, I coach single parents. Message, storms pass, leaving clearer skies. Seize connections, they're life's true treasure. And that's our tale, raw, real, redemptive. Thanks for listening. Like if moved, subscribe for more. What's your story? Share below.